Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be looking at the introduction to why HMS. I know you'll be amazed and be thinking what it really means. HMS. HMS simply means Hospital Management System. So we'll be looking at why are we, switching, or why are we trying to use HMS, and also what are the benefits of using an HMS system in in an hospital. So now, before I can start anything, I just want to open the mind of everyone who are in. Who is watching on this short presentation. So you just need to have an understanding that digital database. We're not talking about digital database. We're talking about digit appearance. So digital database has been a very important database that you must nobody can do without it. I'm telling you the truth. So now let's just look at the importance of HMS. So HMS simply means Hospital Management System. So what are the things that we got to achieve when we have an HMS system in our hospital? Number one, okay, number one, fast point of call to patients. So what that simply means, talking about when a patient visits the hospital, he'll really have a fast point of the call to the patient. So they are taking the details immediately, having a good understanding of receiving the data from the patient. Both the reception and the patient have a fast point of call to the patient. Then number two, let's also look what we can also achieve. Number two, information for present and future care to the patient. What does that simply mean? Maybe you have been working on a paper database. That means that you're jotting down, writing, and maybe some of the information are not really kept well. Maybe it kept well sometime. You just want to look for it and maybe be searching for it. No, but this database, talking about the HMS here, I'm going to introduce to you, we give you information for the present and the future care to the patient. That means any patient can also, when you receive a patient, you can also receive, you can go back to the information of the old and also for the future of the patient. Then let's look at number three. Number three, we have legal protection to the hospital doctors and nurses and the patient. Well, what that simply means, talking about legal protection, like for instance, now you have maybe some people are really fortunate in some cases in hospital that maybe they just brought someone to the hospital and or maybe they did not bring anybody to the hospital, and unfortunately maybe people will now come around and say, please, they brought so person to this hospital, and you try to defend yourself. You say, okay, let's see your people fight. So they believe that, okay, maybe where you're looking for the file, searching for the file, and also no. So from the system, from the digital database, which the HMS, they can see everything quick and also believe, because they just know that that is what you're using in the hospital. So it gives you legal protection to the hospital, doctors, nurses, and the patient. Let's look to the next one. Automatic update of financial accounting system as appropriate for the hospital. When talking about automatic update, you're talking about maybe a recent update adding financial management on on the patient portal, adding financial management on the patient portal. So automatic update. No, there is no manipulation of maybe the figure is missing, or maybe the figure is not yet count, or maybe no, automatic update of financial accounting system as appropriate for the hospital. So that means every accounting system of the patient is well documented. Then let's look at number five. Base for comparative health research and medical references. What does that simply mean? When you receive a patient, which you have already documented the data into the HMS system, and you want to receive the same case, also maybe the treatment, or maybe the doctors are looking for a way to, to make a research comprehensive, to check just maybe this person have the same thing, this person have this, so there will not be like, okay, let's try to do something. No, there's a documentary, comprehensive. If it is sources, you go straight to the sources point. If it is also, you go to the, so this HMS system have the ability to give you all these things. You can do a comprehensive health research and medical references. Then let's look at number 6. Number 6 said, source for statistical data, clinical cases, and other that could enhance internal control system of the hospital. That means we have a statistical data, other that can enhance the control of the system of the hospital. So that means this HMS will give you a real statistical data that you can enhance the control of the system, such as making it very easy for every department of the hospital to relate with patient documents, such as maybe you are the receptionist, you receive the patient, you fill in the details of the patient, you save the details of the patient, you save and you also log out. And for the accountancy, you receive the patient, you continue from the receptionist and finish up. So that means it's a system that is enhancing the internal control. There will be no stress, there will be no maybe confused or anything. No, it's very friendly and also good to enhance the internal control of the hospital. Okay. Lastly, looking at the last line, number 7, apprehended for the hospital service in pursuit of goal and standard and practice. What does that mean? So that means you have a service pursuit of goal. When you have an HMS on your in hospital, that means in your hospital, you have this pursuit for goal. I mean, you have an analysis of every patient and every doctor's account and everything that is in the hospital. So you can see the analysis, you can see everything, analyze, check, and also have an understanding of where you are fit and where you are not fit in the hospital, or where these are lacking or where these are not lacking. So you have a great analysis. So it always take time for us to have this capacity to move around to the folder. The shelf where the folder is. Talking about paper database right now, where the folder is, for us to start checking analysis. No. But with this, you have a comfort appearance to check the analysis for the global pursuit of the standard for the practice. So we have really get to a point. We still have many benefits that we cannot really explain all. So now in this session, I'll be looking at how I will be looking at the surface of the HMS, the surface of the HMS. That's what we'll be looking at right now. So let's just get into the surface of the HMS. Okay, thank you. Now, just like I said, HMS, which is Hospital Management System. So this is the hospital management system here. This is the hospital management system. So this hospital management system have 3 surfaces. We have number 1, the patient, number 2, doctor's login, and number 3, admin login. So what does this 3 page is talking about? Patient simply means receiving patient, talking about taking patient registration, checking patient profile, and taking patient registration and checking patient profile. So that is what this patient is mean. Then the doctor is by adding the doctor, such as maybe if they are any special doctor, or maybe the doctor in the hospital having any special case. You add the doctor, put the case, put everything. So I'll be showing you everything. Yeah. Then we have the admin login. The admin login is simply means for you to have access to see both the patient, to manage the patient, and also manage the doctor. So let's first of all check our patient page. So to check that, you click here. Click here, we'll say, okay, HMS Patient Login. No, we need to create an account. So that means receiving a patient, maybe for instance, the patient just came into the hospital. The first thing they got to do as a reception, you click here. Then you locate, create an account here. So you put the name, it's okay. Sir, what's your name? Or ma, what's your name? It's okay. My name is John. Full name, John Sam. Okay, let's say my name is John Sam. It's okay. Address, number 33. Number 33, Good Road. Okay, city. Let's say city, Port Harcourt. And gender, male or female. Okay, let's say female. Email, by default, we'll be talking about, okay, what if the person did not have an email? The HMS system is programmed that even though the email is not maybe verified or maybe is not existing, it's still going to accept it. So let us just say our email is DS. Okay, let's use John. Okay, JOHN, John at gmail.com. Because I know that maybe people may not have an email. So why are we putting the email there so that you can have, maybe if you have any information to give to the patient, which the patient can go through from the email. Maybe you don't need an information to come to the hospital, you can send it to the email. So, but if the patient don't really have an email, you can customize just an email with the name and at Gmail or at Yahoo Mail. So just make sure that you just put anything email there for us to complete the form. So now it's talking about password. It's by default, I will advise every hospital installing this HMS to their hospital to have one default password for all patients. Why? Because this surface of this patient registration, patient portal, is not given to patients. It's only operated by the hospital. Why am I talking by the hospital organization? I'm talking about is that when you create and default password, I mean talking about one password for everybody, you don't have to confuse when you want to open each portal. Because now this is one user, I mean this is one patient right now. Just the way we register this, that's how we're going to register more than 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So any patient that came into the hospital. So by default, I'll be using my password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's okay, confirm your password. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Now we are through with the registration. So the next thing you got to do is to click on submit. It will show you successful register. You can log in now. Talking about patient should log in. So you scroll down and click login. Yeah. Okay. After clicking login, remember our email we use. That's what we use to log in for any patient. John at gmail.com. Then remember our password we use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's what I'm talking about, default password. So login. Oh wow. Now this is our patient dashboard. As you can see, we have the hospital management system, John Sam, which is the name, my profile, change password, and logout. So now what I really want to talk about here, we want to talk about all these pages here. on our hospital management system. So when you log in a patient, this is one patient right now. When you log in a patient like this, the next thing you got to do is to continue the registration of the patient. So that means if you have received the patient right now, with this is the first thing that we fill here, which is John Sam, number 33 Good Road, Port Harcourt, female, and the email. So we can update now. So let's go back. We'll click on dashboard, go back and say, okay, patient admission data 1. Click patient admission data 1. Okay, patient admission data 2. You fill in the data admission, admission management, admit by, discharge by, date by, and the update. Let's go back. We have many. Patient record, click. You fill type of surgery, date of operation, report, history, any complication that made pregnancy, as soon as possible. So all these things, all this label are all that we are going to fill inside the patient data. We have accounting management, just like the introduction, we talk about the managing of finance, and also we have human resources here. We have ward management. We have pharmacy management, which you are going to click on view pharmacy management, and you fill the ward name and the room, the drugs, description, and you update. So all these things has been important that we must fill in all the patients. So how many portal we have here? We have my appointment, we have bookmark, we have pharmacy management, one pharmacy management, 2 mortality, ward management, accounting management, data and patient, emergency contact. So all these things must be filled. Laboratory management. So all these things are what are inside your HMS. So with all these things, you have a full folder for all the patients. So this is one patient. So you want to raise another patient, the same step we use as the step 1. Because of time and because of many things that we want to accomplish, we are through with the patient dashboard here. So with all these things I don't have is just user friendly. You just need to click on the view patient and fill in this just with your blah, 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 the admission, and when you fill, you update. So now after that, you do what? Locate here and log out. While you're logging out, you log out this particular this particular portal. So that is why we have logged out now. So we have come back to the home page. That's why I'm telling them everyone that any hospital that install the HMS using a default username and also a default password. We're talking about default, talking about something that you can really access quick. Not that maybe you have thinking about it or no. So now, how can we now see the patient that will be the question. How can we now see the patient that registered? That is the work of the admin, which is this admin. So let's click on admin and see this patient that registered. Okay, admin, you click on admin. By default, I'm the admin right now. By default. That's my admin password. Let me log in. Oh, wow, wonderful. So, because you see now this is the admin dashboard. It's telling us now what admin really have here. We have doctors. We have patient management. We have appointment histories. You see here. We have the doctor section and user section. What does that simply mean? Admin have the capacity to see every activities that is running on your HMS system. So when we are talking about admin, it's a very crucial platform that you really need a trusted someone, trusted person. Doctors, the owner of the hospital, and the hospital can handle the admin. you can also deploy someone to also handle the admin. So now, how can we see the patient? It's by clicking on patient here and clicking on what? Manage patients. This is manage patient, right? These are all the patients that we just tried to check test. We have registered all this. So the last one we registered was this one. We're talking about John Sam number 33 Good Road, Port Harcourt, female, blah, blah, blah. So we can delete the patient. We can also delete the patient. So that means admin have the access to see all patients. So that means instead of you locating your file, looking for your folder, you just log in like an admin after you have installed this and this software on your system. So on your system your system in hospital. So the admin have the access to see all these things. Admin have the access to see the last session of the login, which is this. The last session of the login. Let's come down. The last session of the login. John just logged in 11th of 7, 2000, by so time. So you see now, you have success. So admin have the access to see everything. So that means if the duty of the reception is to update and edit the patient's profile, admin will see everything that is happening when the reception updates, when the reception view the profile, and so on and so forth. So now let's move. Admin also have access to add doctors. What does that simply mean? Adding doctors is from the work of the admin. I mean, when a doctor, you call a doctor for a special case, maybe there is an operation you got to do, and you're not the one that need to undo it. Maybe you call the doctor outside. You must take the registration of the doctor so that everything will be well documented. So we do what? Doctors, add doctors. That's for the admin. It's okay. Special areas of specialization of the doctor. Let's say it's a gynecologist. That's the doctor. The doctor name. Let's say the doctor name is let's just say the doctor name is Sam. Sam Koku. That'll be a funny name. So doctor clinic address, because of maybe you want to say that you want to check doctors. Maybe you have registered a lot of doctors and you don't need to be as an admin of the hospital. You don't need to be saying, okay, how can I get these details? How can I get so you can just check the details of it. So that's why taking the doctor's information is very important. So doctor clinic address, let's say, okay, doctor stays as Port Harcourt. Just put the clinic address of the doctor, maybe Port Harcourt Hospital or maybe anywhere, the hospital. Doctor consultation fee. How much does the doctor charge? It's okay. Let's say 60,000. Doctor contact. Let's say okay. Plus 23479996667. You may also try the number. So let's throw down doctor email. Okay, let's say JO. That means this is the work of the admin. Adding the doctor. Let's say the doctor email is hot at gmail.com. Sorry. Then you are the one by default create a password for the doctor. So later doctor can change the password when they log in. Doctor can change the password so by default you are the one as an admin that will create a password for the doctor. So let's say okay, the password of the doctor is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 by default. That is a simple password I'm just trying to use. You can use anything. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and click submit. Wow, our doctors is registered. Let's scroll down. We'll see our doctor. We got this gynecologist, Samoko, so time, and so on and so. So now, how can we know the doctor is registered? Now we tell our doctor, maybe we send it by bulk SMS or we tell him by mouth and say, okay, your email is your username and your password is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So go and log in and you see your portal, so you can change your password. So now let's log out from the admin. log out. Okay, now we have log out from the admin. Let's now go to doctor because we create an account for doctor. Let's see what doctor have. Okay, username doctor. Username doctor. We use username doctor. Oh, I understand about the username doctor. So let's go back to the admin so that I can really remember the username of the doctor. I only remember the password. So let me go back to admin so that I can remember admin. By default, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, by default, that's my admin. Oh, I made a mistake. Admin. Text. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll get to something. Okay, I want to check because I have total doctors, 9 total doctors. Let me check the email. Gynecology, click on edit. I'll see the email. Because okay, hot at gmail.com. Hot at gmail.com. Let me log out. Go hot at gmail.com. Click here. Okay. HOT at gmail.com. And remember our default password 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we do what? Log in the doctor. So this is our doctor dashboard. It's our doctor dashboard. View profile, which is just the name and so on and so forth. So doctor can come back and say, okay, okay, but these details must not be given out to the doctor. Why? It's for you to manage the hospital management system. That means it's your hospital. It's the organization. So it's not given out to the doctor. So you just creating an account for the doctor so that anytime you want to check or maybe you need a doctor to fix a specific treatment, or so you just go to all the doctors and start checking their consultation fee, checking their contact, checking their email, their address, and their name, and also their areas or specialization that you called once, and because you already have the history. So with this HMS system, you have a free full time to really work on your HMS system. So this this HMS system make it very simple for us to really have a good operation on our hospital. So with all this now, we still have a lot of features that we can always talk about in this HMS. But we just have to start somewhere first, which is something we have already have from the beginning, talking about the importance from the beginning as now. So I just have to give this last quote is that technology is not just something that you just need to consider, it's something that you must do because we are now going global and the world is moving, that everyone needs to be involved in this new invention. There are many competition. Technology can be the way out to that your business. Thank you very much, and I wish you the best and have a nice day.